Yo, what up guys, iReapism here, and welcome back to another video. Today this is episode 7 of RaZe Dev, and you know what I've been thinking guys, I've been pretty vague to you guys about what I've been doing in this map, and well, that's about to stop here. Now I have a public development blog on Tumblr. You can follow the link in the video's description to follow me there. I tweet about a lot of RaZe Dev, that's mainly what I use Twitter for, and to check up on other stuff. But mostly for RaZe Dev. And you know what? I've made some pretty ambitious decisions already. I'm changing the theme of the map already. But that's not necessarily ambitious. No, I didn't go anywhere to begin with. But you know, I was also thinking about the beta testers. Now I have 35 about right now. Beta testers waiting to play this map. But I would say at least 2/3 of them have no idea what this is. So, with that being said, if you're one of those people who don't know what this map is, and you don't know what you got yourself into, well, I'm about to show you. So I guess we can start off here. This is a very early picture of RaZe and what it'll look like. This is not to scale, of course. This is downscaled about 3 or 4 times. It's very tiny compared to the actual map. And I just want to let you guys know, it's sort of like this, but I've made big decisions. It's going to do something like this, the map. And where you see brown is pathways, so it's valid path. So you'll see something like this in the map now. So that's pretty ambitious. It's a huge change. What it used to be is this would all be void or unaccessible land. But now it's like you can travel through the lanes through this little jungle kind of area. What this map is, it's designed to be highly anticipated, and it's supposed to be very fun. Now this is all small talk, but I have a lot of abilities and cool stuff in this map, and a lot of people have been giving me amazing feedback. It's really humbling to see that small things like, you know, the Reaper class and all that really brings, you know, amazement to people. And there's so much more being planned. It's just great. I can anticipate the reactions, but I want to share them with you in this video so you get the idea and you get that excitement maybe. Alright guys, so this is the Reaper class. I am passively invisible, and basically when I become in contact with any enemy, I will become visible, as you can see. Though for now though, I am not visible, and until an enemy is near, I will become visible. Another feature of the Reaper is when he's invisible, he has regeneration, so he's able to regenerate his hearts quickly. This is to compensate the lack of armor because of the invisibility and the way he's designed. Not to mention his scythe. This is a very early image of a scythe. It's not going to say that obviously, but I will tell you it's pretty simply what it's going to be. It's 8 damage, high damage sword, come into contact, and of course when you're visible you emit other particles. So when I'm visible guys, this is what I look like, and when I become invisible, that's what it'll look like. You see how the particles stop, and then when I become visible you get these particles. It's designed, all this stuff is just for looks. It doesn't help you, as it doesn't win you an advantage. Meaning, if I have particles disabled, it would not give me an advantage over other players. It really would not. In this map is specifically designed to not do that, because particles, you know, strangely enough, I play with quite a bit of people, and even they have decent computers and have particles disabled because even they have problems with lag that they cause. So I guess I don't, but you have to compensate for that. And of course this is all visual. This will have nothing to do with strategy or anything. This is only when you're visible too, so it really makes no difference. So yeah. Alright guys, so this is Dark Rain. If I use this ability, it's going to rain fireballs over victims. I had it set to zombies, and as you can see, it easily destroys them. But they are zombies. They don't have armor, or they do, but it's very minimal. And it's not like armor you get in this game. So yeah, it's pretty fantastic. Now you won't take damage like, usually you won't take damage. This will only affect in a radius of 9. But that was direct hits right there, all of them. So that is why I'm getting kills. And of course, this has a cooldown. As you can see, I'm waiting to get it back, and then you can hover over it. It'll tell you using it when enemies are at least 9 blocks from you will rain fireballs on top of them. So that's one ability. Corrupt is not yet implemented, but it will be a short cooldown ability that can quickly get a target down. Now, to keep in mind, this is an all ability class. This is Cropper. His armor is really high. Like, he has one of the best armor in the game, and I'll show that to you right now. All armor in this game is leather armor, so I can dye it and stuff, but it can be as strong as protection 4 diamond armor if I want to. So there's no limits to what I can do to make an armor just like that. So with that being said, you know, Cropper has the best armor here. And of course, with that being said as well, he also looks very shiny. Cropper cannot physically interact with other enemies, meaning he cannot punch them. He can't interact via punching. He can only interact through his abilities. And you're probably looking at a very early sketch. Now, I'm drinking a potion. It takes a long time, and it also slows me down. It kind of sucks when I have radius abilities. So some of them will be instant cast, meaning you just right click and they immediately start. So yeah. Next one is target damage, guys. It will spawn fireballs inside of me. You're probably wondering, how about, you know, I won't be able to see it if I stand still. That's very true. As you can see, it's inside of me. Only in certain angles I'll see it. Obviously, to me, I know why I don't want to spawn it in front of the player, because if they're against the wall, this will make the fireball actually spawn in the wall, and you won't be able to interact with it. So this is exactly why. So it is very clear to use this ability while moving back or forward if you are aware that you're going to shoot an enemy behind you. It really depends. The last ability is not associated with the Cropper. He will not get this, but it's pretty cool to show, I guess, with the abilities. I'm just going to show you all abilities. So this ability you get. Now, using this ability, and the only way you'll get the RaZe ability, the map name ability, ignore that damage and cooldown stuff, that is just useless. It has no meaning to the actual ability. But you have to destroy the objective to get it. It will give the nearest player that destroyed the enemy objective this ability. And, well, I'll show you what it is after I show you the objective. So it's an early view of the objective. It's a wizard, and you get in range. It highlights the blocks, and it shows you that you're in range. And, well, he's pretty scary. He has a lot of hearts just by himself. But he has a base of regeneration 3. Meaning, while he's alive, he has regeneration 3. So he's very tough, guys. So this prevents soloing the objective. Very neat, huh? So yeah. Now, I have him teleported right there for the time being. Of course, he'll be teleported so far away that you will not be able to see that name. So you will not know the health of the objective unless you're on the team. So when you're on the actual team, guys, there's going to be a scoreboard over here that tells you the objective health, and you'll be able to track it throughout the game, so you can know when anybody's attacking a beacon. Anybody. It's the whole idea with this map. It's all collaborative efforts towards an objective. So now that I told you all that, what is the RaZe ability? So I can't really demonstrate because there's not a player online, but I can show you a clip from another video I have, and that's the RaZe ability. So this ability, guys, is the ultimate ability. This is spectator mode, and I can adjust my speed by using the mouse wheel, as you can see, and I can really slow it down if I really want to. And this is all allowed. This is the whole idea. I'm using spectator mode in actual PvP gameplay. Now you have 15 seconds to target an enemy, and you have to select a victim that is pretty much near other teammates of his own. What this means, you don't have to, but this is ideal. I'll tell you why in a sec. So what the RaZe ability does is you select a victim by spectating them, so to speak. The terminology I use in this map is to victimize them, I guess. And you click on them. You see how it shows the crosshair over here. That means I can spectate it. And for any enemy that I spectate that way, that enemy will check 12 blocks with himself, and they will also get raised. Now, getting raised is an immediate death regardless of your armor, regardless of the buffs you get in the map, regardless of anything. It's an immediate death. It's the perk to destroying a beacon, the objective. And that obviously wasn't a beacon, it was a wither. It's temporary names. This is a very early dev, guys, remember. As you can tell, it's very, very powerful. It's very expandable too, so not only do you have the adjusting speed to get around the map in 15 seconds, you also have spectator highlight features. Now I set this usually to Z, but when I revert back between 1.7 and 1.8, it switches. But when I use this and there's a player around, whatever his team color is, so this zombie, it'll just dye the armor to white. I don't know why, but it does that. But if it was a let's say the enemy team and his team color is green, it will show a green box highlighting him when you hold down that key. This is all intentional. This is perfectly allowed to use the RaZe. It's perfectly allowed. It's all part of the game. So again, there's limitations to this. You have 15 seconds, and you can only do this 3 times on the map because there's only 3 objectives on the map. And they were labeled by the beacons on that small version of the map I showed you previously. And they're very hard to do, and you cannot solo them because they're insanely hard to do. You can try to, but you might die a few times. The last class I have to show is the Marker class. This is Marker. It's the bow class. It's a standard bow with damage 3. This is also a melee weapon, so you can use it as a sword. It will work the same way, guys. This is Morse. When I hold Morse, it summons these particles around me, showing that I'm morsing. Terminology used in this map, not actual terms. And when you throw Morse, what it does is it will find a player near it. Remember, you don't want to shoot the enemy with it, you want to throw it near. There's an area of effect, snowball. So if that's near an enemy, or enemies, it will apply the Morse effect to them. So that means for 5 seconds they'll have blindness, and they will have wither for 5 seconds. So you can do a lot when an enemy has blindness and wither. As you can probably tell, you can't sprint when you have that. So when you're a bow class and you hunt someone down using Morse, you can use something like drag in this map, right click it, and it summons that. It's just absolutely perfect. This is another ability of the Marker class. This is Marker only, and it's 10 seconds. And it has a slight cooldown. As you can see, the creeper comes down and he explodes after a certain amount of time. About 10 ticks later than a normal creeper. And he's charged, but he has a smaller radius. So as you can see, I didn't get damaged that much. You have to be in that like very tiny radius he is in. You know, a normal creeper has an explosion radius of 3. This one has 2. So it's deadly, but it has to be in that radius. So this is exactly why Morse is part of the Marker class. Also with the Marker class is, you know, his bow. He's a bow class, really. Now I have not showcased Nizer. This is the 4th class I'm working on. I have not have anything to do with that so far. But I will tell you guys, he's going to be an all-around class. Maybe. He might not be so good, but he has really fascinating abilities. And he has really just cool functionality overall. Great character. By the way, as Markra, Morse, you saw I spawned with 4. You will spawn with 1, but this has a cooldown. I have not implemented the cooldown system for this, specifically because I just don't really need to. I mean, I'm just showcasing it to you, right guys? So I don't have to have all the implementations in this test world of the actual map. So all that actual stuff I told you, but is not actually implemented here. This is just testing so I can show you guys and iterate to you in a very majestic way the map that you are getting yourselves into. So aside from all those cool things that you saw, this is only the beginning. The map itself is designed to be very enjoyable and playable. It is 2 teams that fight evenly. They have the exact same classes, but it's a very different way. Now before the game starts, so like mostly what you see in games is there's class selection. When you respawn, you choose a class of that and you go as that class. In this map, you choose the class before the game and you lock as that class, and you stay locked throughout the entire game. You're that class for the entire game. But let's say you get bored or you just want to try out the Markra class in game. Well, you can do that. You just have to switch between your teammates. So if my teammate has Markra and I am Reaper and I want Markra, I have to switch with him. So that means we have to switch between classes. We can't change that. Understood? So that's preliminary ideas of the map. I hope you guys enjoyed. Now next episode I will get to more depth with the whole tower system I have there, and it's really cool. I really enjoyed that. You have not seen that yet, only in this video, so that's really cool. It was really fun showing it to you guys. It's very preliminary stuff though. As you can see, he has custom particles. Again, this has nothing to do with advantage or anything, because these blocks over here set, you don't need particles enabled to see this, you just need your eyes. So yeah, and if you don't have eyes, you are aided with hearing support. This map is designed to give you all the information without the need of only one sense. You can use multiple senses in this map to have an ideal experience, or a somewhat enjoyable experience. So that's about it guys for RaZe Dev here. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is what you got yourself into. If you really enjoy it, let me know in the comments of this video. Let me know if you are happy that you're a beta tester, maybe. I don't know. Just write a comment, really. Be nice. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time here, and I'll see you later. Peace out now.